Hi, friends. Happy Monday. Happy Monday after Gold School. Tonight is going to be a full-on Gold School recap, and I'm so excited. I'm excited to hear the takeaways, and I was there. I got to accompany two of our leaders to Gold School, so I'm so excited for them to be able to share their takeaways, and we are just going to hop right in and let Taylor start us and kick us off. You go, girl.
Oh my. Okay. My pink drink went down the wrong pipe. Okay, I think I'm good. Maybe. Okay. So at Gold School, it was so good. Not only for like doing it as a business, but just as a person in general. Whether you have another side gig or not, so for me, I'm a teacher, and so a lot of this stuff I can take take with me to school, and like just kind of pour it onto the students as well. Um, so one of the big things that I found really important was um, when they were talking about balance in your life. So you can you know, have three things that are super important to you. Your faith, family, friends, plexus. Okay, that was four, but I'm not a math teacher, okay? Uh but whatever things in life that you find important to you, they don't have to be equal. So if you have four things that are super important to you, it's not like you have to do balance it all and do 25% of it at all times. It's just really important to be all in wherever you're at. So whatever room you're in, you just need to be all there. Whether, since I'm a teacher, being in the classroom, need to be all there for my students, or if I'm at a family event, be all there for my family. And um, or if I'm at a plexus thing, just all in whatever I'm doing. Because all of those things are important to me. So just kind of remembering to be all in wherever you're at, because the people around you want the full you. Um, they want you to be there. And so with that, in those moments, people want the true you, and because they're around you because you fill up their gas tank, and then vice versa, they fill up yours. So um, if you're all in, you're going to be filling up other people's gas tanks, which then kind of trickles down into our business where we continuously pour into other people and love on them. That success is going to follow. And so that's kind of where the winning day comes into play too, when you are just interacting with people who aren't on your team. Um, just kind of fostering that relationship and planting that seed for the future. Another one that kind of going along with that, they kind of talked about how we're farmers and not hunters, because we are planting those seeds into people and helping them grow in whatever aspect, whether they're taking Plexus products or not. Just helping them be the best person that they can be, and just loving on them and supporting them and encouraging them to do whatever it is that they're doing and sharing on social media. So whether it's about their kids, their job, their struggles, their whatever it is, just really, really loving on people, because all of these other things kind of trickle into what we're doing here as a business and community. And then to kind of go off of all of that, as you're loving on people and supporting them and planting all of those seeds, it's important to kind of keep in mind who can I empower to do this with me? Who can be at my table the next time? Um, so I think it's just important to continue loving on all the people, being you, being all in whatever room you're in, and I guess lastly, just getting in that room, whatever room it is. Um, just be there because it all kind of trickles down in the long run. So those were my main takeaways from Gold School. It was so good. If you haven't been, get there the next time in Texas.
On October 7th. That's so good. I'm so proud of you. I want to just throw out there, Taylor ranked gold on last Monday, a week ago today. Got the registration email officially on Tuesday. Didn't actually see the email until Wednesday. So then she registered Wednesday and got in the car on Friday. I mean, it was an absolute whirlwind. She also got married in July. Like, if you want to talk about all the reasons to be busy to not make it happen, but she absolutely crushed it. I'm so proud. It's so good. I agree about being in the room. I'm going to go next, and then hopefully Lacey's going to be able to hop on if her kids will have some sleep. Take some sleep. Give them some sleep. Okay, I'm going to go through just a couple of mine, and then I have a thought that I want to share also. They told us at one point, this class, the Gold School weekend, so they fed us. I felt like all we did all day was eat. Like, I was like, literally, I was like, I don't get messed up in my digestive system when we travel, but I ate more, I think, at Gold School than I ate all of last week. It was insane. Like, I was like, it's time to eat again. Time to eat again. There's more food. Go get more food. It was crazy. So that on top of the training, they said that the class is valued at $2,500. All we had to do is get there, and then everything was paid for. So that's really, really crazy to think about that investment back into the golds, senior golds, and the sponsors of. So that's something that if you are already gold and or senior gold, you can develop a new gold and go again. So that is my goal, is to be able to go again. And I mean, honestly, go to all the gold schools. They are so good. I felt like I couldn't write fast enough most of the time. I was looking through my notes. You get this entire book. Hold on, I don't want to lose my page. I already lost all my pages. Like, it's a whole book of goodness. And I lost my page. So it's so good. We spent a lot of time going over the winning day, which I thought was so powerful because that's something that we have been really working on here at 6:30 in the morning. P.S. if you forgot or weren't sure, we're doing those at 6:30 in the morning every day in August. And what that is going to help with is consistency. They touched a lot on consistency. And the biggest mistake that people make in this space overall is lack of consistency, because consistency is important for your audience. Consistency is important for your customers. Consistency is important for your potentials. Consistency is important for social media. The more consistent you are on social media, the more social media values your content and pushes it out. Consistency is so important. So important. And that is the biggest place that people struggle, is consistency, which is so funny. You'd think if we knew it was a struggle, we would just, hammer down and be consistent. If only it were that easy, right? Okay, I'm going to share this next because I thought this was a little bit of a light bulb moment. And this was actually when she got into the compliance and yes for success part of the training. And usually that part, I'm like, this part is so boring. Like, they're just telling us what we can't say. And then I'm like, maybe I'll just say some of the things anyway. Like, it's a lot easier for my brain to just say what I want to say. But she kind of broke it down in the Yes for Success. There's stuff on Yes for Success in our app in the digital library. You can find it on the website. There's all kinds of stuff for Yes for Success, but it essentially is talking about how to share in an authentic and confident way and a compliant way. So it's like the words that you can't say, we're not supposed to say diseases, things like that. And I thought that the way that they kind of presented it was really, really powerful. And I plan on using it moving forward. But she said, we can't say Hashimoto's, we can't say PCOS, we can't say inflammation, we can't say things like that because we cannot claim that Plexus cures, prevents, or treats those things. We are supplements. We have seen incredible things happen, and privately we can share that information, but we can't say that on public social media. It's all searchable. So eventually she's like, we're going to find it and we're going to have you take it down. And we don't want you to get in trouble. But she said, I want you to think about when you didn't feel good. How did that feel? And literally people just started shouting things out all over the room. And I couldn't write fast enough. But I want you to put in the chat, when you didn't feel good, how did that feel? A feeling. When you didn't feel good, how did that feel? Mine was plateaued. How did it feel for you? Awful, yucky, exhausted. When you didn't feel good, how did that feel? Thinking back to before plexus. Some of the ones that I was able to write down, and I feel like Lacey and Taylor might have gotten more or different ones than I did. Broken, annoyed, unbearable, crappy, hopeless, stressed, annoyed by my clothes, discouraged, miserable, defeated. Right? That's how we felt before we felt good. So what if we posted with those words in mind rather than inflammation? Because I personally would have laughed in your face if you would have told me, Lexi, you're really struggling with inflammation. I can see it in your cheeks. I'm like, get away from me. That was not very nice. But if somebody would have said, I am feeling absolutely plateaued and discouraged. Yeah, same. Overwhelmed, frustrated. So just like flipping your mindset a little bit and take these words. I don't have a pen out here. Otherwise I'd write. I'll have the chat at the end. So I'll drop a bunch of them in Me+3, just so you can kind of start to think about posts like that, because that's how people are feeling. And if we can talk to people who feel yucky, exhausted, unbearable, crappy, that speaks to them so much more than saying, I can help with your inflammation. Right? I thought that was really, really, really powerful. Okay, I have one other thought. I saw this while I was rocking Riley right before this call, when I start to have like my panic attack that I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to say. I saw this on Facebook and I thought it was really, really applicable, especially talking about Taylor, who's had all of the things going on in July. She starts school on Tuesday, right? Tomorrow, you go back to school. So all the things going on. And I saw this quote, and they kind of like alluded to this at Gold School too. If you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. I thought that was so, so good. Because it really is. It's up to our thoughts, the way that we think about things. I've started talking to Dylan about how it's all rigged in our favor. Everything is rigged in our favor. We didn't get gutters last week because we got them today. And then it rained right after the gutters were here, almost like it was rigged in our favor that they came today. Right? I mean, we can think about it of anything. You can choose to see what's the upside of thinking that things are not rigged in your favor. How does that benefit you? Does it make you feel better? Why not? Yes, I will share that in Me+3 also. So good. Okay, really quick before we see if Lacey's going to be able to pop on. We have the sample chat this week, starting on Wednesday. So I'm going to challenge you to hand out a sample to someone local. I'll drop a poll. So if you have samples out, you can vote in that. That way we can help you with the messages and all the things behind the scenes. But I'm going to challenge you to offer a sample to someone local that you can get to tomorrow so they can start on Wednesday with us. Because the sample chat is so good. Once they get their hands on the Kool-Aid, you can't stop them. I'm going to look through. Taylor, do you have anything else? I liked what you said about being in the room. So we got to hang out with Beth Anderson, who was one of the Gold School trainers and is also our I am her level 8. of our like family tree. So I got like a lot of greats in the great grandma. But we got to hang out with her and glean from her, and um it was so good. We met so many new people, saw some old friends. It's so
I
good. The next, go ahead.
I do have one more thing, and
Yes.
this is actually from Beth, from her little speech. Um, it was 3 words, and it was "Do it scared." So, um, get out of your comfort zone and just do it. Just I think she said, like, get in the dirt and do the dirty work because, um, we're like I said, we're farmers and not hunters. So do it scared.
Yes. It's so good. About the winning day, the 7 steps. They said it's so powerful because it's what you should be doing, so you aren't wondering where the time is going and what you should be doing. I thought that was so like, it makes perfect sense, because there's been many a days where I've turned around and been like, I don't think I got a dang thing done today. I'm not even sure where all the time went. Like all of a sudden it was 8:49 p.m. and I was like, what happened around here? So good. Okay, we're gonna have Lacey go live tomorrow in Inspiring Impact. So be on the lookout for that so that she can share her takeaways as well. Just kidding. Just kidding. This just in.
My friends, I'm here for half a second. We'll see who busts out of the camper. But my biggest takeaway overall, which I think they kind of alluded to it, is to just get in the room. Like, I didn't really think that Gold School was going to be that big of a deal. It is a huge deal. Very huge deal. There were people that loved us like we were part of their own team that are not on our team, not just Beth. Like Joanna Slavin, Genevieve, multiple people from corporate who are like, we want to help you. It is not like any other event. Leaders Retreat, I do love, but Gold School is so, so powerful. Just get in the room. Also, the being present thing stuck really, really, really hard. So I'm just going to like allude onto what Taylor said about Alec, which some of you have met, some of you have not, but he is super awesome. And anybody who were to describe him would say that he is absolutely incredible, the kindest man that you would ever know. He knows everybody by name. And if he doesn't remember your name, he remembers like one little bit about you, like you are like you live in Nebraska or you come from the Midwest or whatever it is. And they sent out this poll. All of the corporate people, like his employees down in Scottsdale, had to fill it out and answer it. All of the things that they loved about him and all the things that they did not like about him. So he got it and he was so excited. He like read the first page. It was all the things that everybody loved about him, which is like he's like kind and awesome and like he was like on the top of the world. Like nothing could stop him. Like he was just like the best person ever, just like gleaning. He went to the second page and he could have died. He was like, everybody hates me. Nobody likes me. I'm not doing anything right. And the main thing that was on that second page from everybody was that they didn't feel like he listened to them. Because when they came into his office door is always open. They could sit in there as long as they wanted to talk to him. But the entire time that people were in there, he was on his computer. He was answering messages. He was like talking, like waving at people going by his door. And they felt like they were being ignored, not heard. And he took it so personal. And now he does not do that. And he even alluded to, which some of you may know, some of you do not know, the era of pagers. He got home from work one day and his boys were jumping on the trampoline and they wanted him to jump on the trampoline. So he went and jumped on the trampoline, but his pager went off. And so he went to get it because that's his job. That's what's making him money, right? He won't ever get that time back with those boys. His boys are adults now. He has a grandbaby now, and he will never, ever get any of that time back. So just remember, wherever you are, be present. And when you work, and then be done working. That's why we have the winning day. That's why we do what we do in the morning. We work for 40 minutes and we're done. We work another 40 minutes and we're done. It's not sitting on the living room floor with your kids and then answering messages so that when they look up at you, all they see is the back of your phone. Or if you're at lunch or coffee or whatever you're doing, and your friend can't even make eye contact with you because you're worried about what you didn't get done. So just be present and commit to what you say you're doing. Because when you don't commit, everything else falls to the wayside and nothing gets done the way that you want it to. Love you. I'll see you all in Gold School, if not before. And I'm gonna put my kid back to bed here in a half a second.
Oh, here he comes.
Yep, he's
Okay, good.
he's here, but we're gonna take a picture first because that's what we do.
Say
Everybody
cheese.
smile. If you don't have your camera on, there's gonna be 2 Lacey's. It's fine.
Oh, that's funny.
And maybe we'll get a Rigsby in the background. Cheese.
Oh, Lord, my friends. It's so good. Okay. Now that my train of thought is absolutely gone. And the bugs are real bad right here, for the love. Get to Gold School. My goal is to not miss another one, if I can at all help it. The next one's October 7th, right? Is that the right day? Let me not tell you the wrong day. Train. Next one is October 7th. It's in Austin, Texas. My goal is to go. I hope that your goal is to also go. Happy August. The time is going to keep going. I feel like for many weeks in a row, I've said, let's go. To get on the cruise, to earn the enroll 3, to help the next friend. The time is going to keep passing. And it just keeps going. And I swear it keeps going faster and faster. I'm not really sure how that works, but it's just going to keep going. So you choose what to do with it. We are here to help and to cheer you on and be here for you. And we love you. I can't tell you how many times the 3 of us wished that you were there with us. I'm serious. I mean that with all my heart.